we love you guys.
We're live.
Right, so we are live. There we go.
Ah, there we go.
Instagram live.
Instagram. We are live on Instagram. We're live on 2 different Facebook pages. And what are we live on there?
I'm just gonna Snapchat.
We're Snapchatting too. I'm here with Chris
Nailed it.
Strub.
Yes.
Look at this.
The best
Oh
house
my
ever.
God. This is perfect. We are amazing. I'm here with Chris Strub at Social Media Day Houston.
Glad to be
Chris is amazing. Chris has a big heart for people, and he used that heart of his to go across all 50 states and live streamed in each one. So I got a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Was it worth it?
Hell yeah, it was worth it. I mean, it was a little expensive.
Yeah.
You know, obviously it was physically, mentally exhausting, and I know you read through the books and probably took that from the pages.
Yeah.
I said during the trip itself and immediately afterwards that I don't think I'll fully appreciate what was accomplished that summer for maybe 10 or more years. And so now we're 2 years out. And so I think the ramifications are still continuing to come in as more and more people learn about the trip.
Yeah.
And I'm very careful to talk about the trip now. I used to talk about it as my trip.
Right.
It's no longer my trip because you're holding this book in your hands. You know, McManamy, same idea, right?
Yes.
Like this is just as much the
yeah.
people's trip and the community's trip as it was mine. And it, as when you read through the book too, it's definitely not a book about me. It's a book about the nonprofits and all the great people and all the stories within there as well. So, you know, whatever cost came to me, you know, running up a credit card bill or whatever it is, was far, far outweighed by the benefits, you know, that people can share these stories and more importantly learn how they can share their own stories, you know, based on, you know, some of what we accomplished that summer.
And you made a really good point there. It's not your book.
No, this is literally your book.
Yeah, this is my book. Thank
his-
you.
yeah.
But all of the stories, all of the kids you encountered,
Yeah.
all of the people you encountered, they actually made an impact on your life and on your car.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yes, I would say both of those things for sure. My car was secondarily, you know, to my life for sure. I'm dabbling now because it's crazy to think about. You know, just the emotions of having everyone around here is crazy. And Blake Croft is behind the cameras.
Hey, Blake.
Hi guys. Smiling.
Blake's there.
Of course, doing a trip like this will absolutely change your life. And obviously, it has changed mine. You know, I came up with this idea, you know, in 2013. I would say. I took a year to save up. Then I went on a trip in 2014 that wasn't this trip. So I visited 48 states and didn't have any element of philanthropy. There wasn't any sort of kick to it. There wasn't any sort of purpose behind it. And that's why I speak with such passion, you know, when these questions come up, you know, about, you know, why you should use live streaming and why should I be on Snapchat, whatever. It's like all of these tools allow you to demonstrate your passion, what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Not just the fact that I can use a geofilter or the fact that I can draw pretty lines on a screen. It's about being able to show what you want to accomplish in life, right? Like, what do you want on your tombstone, right? And if this is on my tombstone, like if I died today, by the way, I don't want to die today. So
Yeah,
No,
please
no,
don't
no, we're
die
good.
today.
No, we're good.
That's paperwork. Don't do
But
it.
Elizabeth, I used to not be able to sleep at night. I would wake up with like the sweats and like just freak out because I never felt like I had accomplished what I wanted to do in life.
Yeah.
Right? Like it was difficult, you know, in my 20s where you're stuck. You're working a job that you don't. Do you hear me, Blake Croft?
We just heard Blake Croft.
You're working a job where you know, and I'm not going to belittle my former employers, but you're just not happy.
No.
Yeah, oh, I get it.
You're
Yeah,
just working
totally
the 9 to 5.
understand.
Yeah, even if you're making good money.
You're
and,
grinding for somebody else, and maybe that's not a good purpose.
You know, when I went out and did this, that stopped. I have not had that problem since this
That's
trip.
amazing.
Even though I'm deep in debt, you know, and like I'm exhausted. I fell out of shape because I didn't go to the gym during the trip, so that was stressful on my physical appearance and all these things. But from a mental perspective, I know that if I walked off this earth today, that I've made an impact on people's lives, and what more could you possibly want to do with your life?
Exactly. And that's a beautiful statement right there. One of the questions that somebody brought up to me, they wanted to know, Which of these charities, and I know it's hard to pick because there's 50 of them,
60. Yeah.
60?
Yeah.
All the charities in the book, which was the one that touched your heart the most?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's all about the people, right? It's about the people that you meet. Well, let me swing this question to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk about Abby.
Oh my gosh, and Wyoming, Cheyenne, Wyoming,
It's
correct?
Boys and Girls Club of Cheyenne.
Yep. She wants to be president, and at the time I read this book, I immediately thought of my daughter. That's the first thought that came to mind. It's like, you know what? At that age, anybody can do anything, and the fact that she is, it just invoked so much emotion in me to see Abby in that mindset that she wants to do that. And she can do anything she wanted to. It just really touched my heart.
And I get questions all the time about Abby.
Yeah.
Right? This is a young, preteen girl in Wyoming whose story and whose passion is so magnificent that she's making waves at Social Media Day Houston 2 years later.
Exactly.
She's got people singing her praises in St. Louis and Bree in Toronto.
Everybody,
People
yes.
hear these stories and it resonates, and not only again, it's not about me, right? But I, again, feel like I've been able to change people's lives by telling these stories. But now I've created this platform where the people within the book and within the pages of the book, their stories can change lives. Nicole Burdick, I met up with so many of these people this week in San Diego for the Big Brothers Big Sisters conference. To be in recovery, to close your eyes and throw a dart at a map of the United States, move to Rapid City, South Dakota, and now to become the executive director of a wonderfully, successful nonprofit organization in that community that's helping so many kids. That's a story that deserves to be told over and over and over and over again.
And there was another one too that really Youth Rebuilding New Orleans.
Yeah.
That was YRNO. I mean, just what they have gone through, and I remember when seeing you go down there and helping out, and
we're not done working with YRNO.
No.
I'm not. We talk about how special
No.
it is to be here in person.
Yes.
At an event like this. And there are definitely big ideas in mind, and this is where I need folks like you guys to keep pushing me the way that I try and push you to achieve your goals.
Absolutely.
That I hope to see all of my social media friends in New Orleans someday.
Yeah.
Like, pulling out nails from boards and moving garbage around and sharing these stories in ways that we would have never, ever imagined.
No way.
That nonprofits don't think of social media sometimes the way that we do as the experts in the news and the Joel Coms of the world. Right? Blah, blah, blah. No. Social media is about telling stories, and what better stories could be told than the nonprofits that I was fortunate enough to find some great ones. But trust me, there's thousands and thousands and thousands more.
So you were talking about stretching yourself. And that brings me to another question I have. This one was from Ken, and he wants to know, do you have plans to do this internationally?
Ask Ken what his sponsorship budget looks like. I've always been very open and honest and upfront with the cost of doing a trip like this.
Right.
Yeah.
To the level that I had a spreadsheet out where I was laying out, here's exactly what I spent in each day, right? Cost me out of pocket, and again, this is not counting opportunity cost and lost wages when you're not working, about $12,000.
Oh, wow.
That's
an investment.
That is.
So
that's an investment.
That is.
It's an investment, but is it a colossal investment? Is it like for a Coca-Cola, or for an Exxon or whatever the brand, right? Is $12,000 really all that much money in a national organization's market? And this is 50 states.
Yeah.
Right? This isn't, to do that out of pocket is difficult, right? But I very clearly think that I have created much more than $12,000 worth of excitement and buzz and and
it's something you can't really put a price on.
Yeah.
What has happened with you and this and everything in the last couple of years, you can't put a price on that.
No, and
Absolutely
I don't like putting a number on it, but but again, when we live in the real world,
well, of course,
I would go, and my mom is probably listening to this too. She's saying, well,
Mom.
of course Chris wants to go. It's just a matter of figuring out how to pay for it. I physically could not like I don't have that much credit in the bank to go right now, or I probably would.
What about a
Because
GoFundMe?
I've tried using crowdfunding. I've tried selling the T-shirts. It just hasn't really worked out. You know, you sell 2 or 3, and you know you're not going to get to. You know, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we want to support." Cool, awesome. The best way to support, but that was the thing up until. And I love that you're holding up the book the entire time.
Yes.
This is so great.
That book.
But I really wanted to ask your thoughts. Like, what did you think as you were reading through the book? And, you know, what did you think?
What I found really amazing about this is you've got this guy, this crazy guy, who thinks he can change the world. And here's the thing, you did.
Yeah.
Because by going through all of these states, the dude slept in his car.
Yeah.
He slept in a Walmart parking lots. Holy crap, guys.
July 4th.
Yeah, on July 4th.
Dickinson, North Dakota. I went in, bought a 6-pack.
Did you get a good fireworks show?
There, oh my goodness. If you go to Dickinson and you park in that
There
Walmart
had to have
parking
been a good
lot,
fireworks show.
there were fireworks, and it's clear as day out. You know, that's a bad metaphor because it was
Right.
the night.
Night.
Yeah.
But it's
Clear as
crystal
night.
clear, and you can see all around, and there were fireworks on all sides, and it was a memory that I'll always remember. Because I was there by myself. You know, I went in and, you know, I was traveling alone, obviously, and just kind of, you know, again, people are like, Chris, why are you drinking beers in this book about youth nonprofits? Blah, blah, blah. Like, this is an adult book about
You
kids.
weren't giving the beers to
Right.
the youth. Let's make that
Right.
clear. It's not like
Right.
we're enabling minors.
Right. But again, that was a big part of it, was wrestling with my emotions the whole entire time, and to be there to celebrate. And on that day, I had driven about 670 miles.
You'd gone far that day.
I said, you know what, I need to, I'm here by myself. I want to do something extremely American.
Yeah.
What could be more American than
And drinking
driving?
beer in Walmart.
Well, first, driving all the way across.
That's American.
I drove clear across the state of Montana that day. You know, after doing some yoga in another Walmart parking lot to try and stretch out a little bit. And then bought a 6-pack, I think it was Budweiser, and just stood at the trunk of my car.
Also American.
Probably illegal, but whatever, YOLO. And it was awesome. It was really, I slept really well that night too. It was great.
Anyway, so
I don't know that I've told that story before.
That's actually
I don't
pretty
remember
good.
if it's in the book or not. But
I remember the part about, I remember you doing yoga. I didn't know it was in a Walmart parking lot.
oh yeah,
So,
little
news
patch
to
of
you
grass. Chris Strub, if you're watching this from Missoula, Montana, I did yoga in your Walmart parking lot the morning of July 4th, 2015. Shout out to Missoula. That's Yarby's old style.
Yeah, it is.
But you changed the world. And I think it's really important for people to realize that we can all change the world.
Yeah.
And we all have the ability to do it in different ways. Your way was to go in live streaming and bring attention. And you're still bringing attention because everyone who buys this book learns about these nonprofits, and it gets them more attention, more money, more eyes, more volunteers. So you really made a lasting change in the world.
I appreciate it so much, and you know, again, we're here talking about community all day, right, and the relationships that are built through social media. And you know, when Elizabeth saw this, she was like, "I would love to do a review with you. I insist on doing this. Let's please make it happen." And I'm so grateful to you because, again, it's not about me. It's about the people around me. And, you know, this guy was one of the very first to read the book and to do a review.
Ew.
And he's dropping an Instagram live here.
No, my Instagram live. No, I
But
was
you reviewed the ebook.
I reviewed the ebook because I was one of the first to buy the ebook.
Yeah. We
And
gotta get
I
you
was-
to do another, like, book review.
Yeah, we'll do a physical book review.
The physical book
Physical
review.
book review.
But, you know, folks, and Christy Gillentine was one of the very first ones,
Yes.
too.
Yes.
And Christy's here somewhere today.
Yeah,
You know, and
she's here.
We can't sing her praises enough, you know,
Christy's wonderful.
that she's
Oh, yeah.
brought so many of us together. I did this thing called Strub Snap Swaps last year, and, you know, when we talk about doing something, when you see something good going on social media, support it, right? When you see something that you like, you know, the speaker this morning was talking about retweet it, right? Like, don't be shy, like,
Yeah,
retweet,
share it, yeah.
right? Christy Gillentine, she saw this Strub Snap Swaps thing, and every single day on her story, she would put up this big artistic snap with everyone's usernames. It was
Yep.
like, go follow Chris McManamy and Chris Strub.
Yep.
Like, she was all in about, supporting the story and supporting, the adventure through 50, swaps and 50 days.
Yeah.
That's why when it's like it's social media day, like I'm coming to Houston
Yeah, exactly.
because this is the most supportive, exciting, and energizing community in the country, from a social media perspective that I've found.
Right, and I remember when you first approached me about the idea of doing the 50 snap swaps, I'm like, yes! It was an absolute no-brainer. Yes, I was going to do whatever day he had.
He loved it because he could show off the Cardinals on the
In St. Louis, I can show off St. Louis and the
Snapchat.
Arch. Yes, I wore my Cardinal gear and the whole thing. I still have the video. He loved it. And of course, he put the Cubs.
No worries.
Thank you so much. And
Yeah, let's. So where? Now I got mine because I'm awesome. Where can people get a copy of your book?
Well, the best thing to do actually is to contact me on social media, because if you buy it on Amazon, I get a certain cut. If you contact me directly, via Twitter, Facebook, even just comment on one of these videos, I can sign it for you as well, which is better than ordering on Amazon.
Do you want to talk about the giveaway?
Yeah, and
giveaway?
if you're live here at Social Media Day Houston, if you're tweeting about us or if you want to share it out, I'm more than happy to sign a copy to someone here today so I wish I had like 50 of them. I wish I could sell them, but we'll definitely be giving away a book here. Use our Snapchat geofilter too. Blake and I we launched the Strub and Blake show today. And I want to say thank you to my graphic designer, Julia Barrett, for putting that together on super late notice last night. I was like, this is a good idea. Let's make it happen. But the best way to get the book, again, to answer your question, is just contact me directly and, via PayPal. And that way I get all of it instead of boosting Jeff Bezos' stock price a little bit.
Right. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. You are
so much.
fantastic. You have a great heart. I appreciate you sharing it with all of us here in Houston.
And we're lifelong friends now.
Yeah, do you hug?
I do hug.
Okay.
Do you hug?
Do you hug?
Do I hug, Blake?
You hug. We all hug.
Yeah, this guy does hug right here.
Bye, babes. We love you.
This guy hugs. Good
Bye,
stuff right
babes.
here.
Awesome.
Great live broadcast. That was awesome. That was so much fun.
Thank you.
Blake.